Sorry, Paul.
Today, we are witnessing a moment of truth, the kind that makes half of Hollywood executives nervously glance at their spreadsheets. Zootopia 2, an animated movie about animals, no superpowers, no multiverses, no billion-dollar post-credit scenes, and yet, it has just humiliated the entire blockbuster industry. Late November 2025, release date today, January 2nd, 2026, just a little over 1 month has passed, and the box office stands at almost $1.5 billion worldwide. 1.5 billion in barely a month. This officially makes Zootopia 2 the highest-grossing animated film in the history of Walt Disney Animation Studios. Yes, Frozen 2, step aside. Yes, every analyst report from last year can be thrown straight into the trash. And all of this is happening in a world where we were constantly told that movie theaters are dying, audiences are tired, streaming has won, and that movies without proper messaging supposedly cannot succeed. Right, sure. Now let us get to the most painful part. Let us look at what Marvel Studios delivered in 2025, the studio that once ruled the world after Avengers Endgame. Captain America: Brave New World, roughly $415 million worldwide. Thunderbolts, about $380 million worldwide. Fantastic Four, slightly over $520 million worldwide. Add it all together, take a deep breath. That is approximately $1.3 to $1.4 billion for the entire year. The entire Marvel cinematic output of 2025 versus a single animated film, Zootopia 2. A movie about a rabbit and a fox nearly matched the combined yearly box office of Marvel, a franchise with individual film budgets exceeding $200 million each. This is no longer funny. This is a verdict. 6 or 7 years ago, such a comparison would have sounded insane. Today, it is simply accounting. And no, this is not luck. This is a systemic response from the audience. Because Zootopia 2 does not try to lecture its viewers, re-educate them, explain who they are and what they should feel guilty about. It simply tells a story, delivers humor, say entertains, and respects its audience. And suddenly, imagine that, people actually show up and pay. Want more evidence? Here it is. 2024, Inside Out 2, nearly $2 billion worldwide. 2025, Zootopia 2, rapidly approaching the same territory. 2 years in a row, the same formula, the same conclusion. The audience does not reject cinema. The audience rejects bad cinema. Instead, for years, viewers were fed projects like Velma, Strange World, Lightyear, and television series that managed to anger everyone, from left to right. The pattern was always identical. Take a known brand, inject ideology, sacrifice storytelling, lose the audience, then blame the audience. But Zootopia 2 shatters that narrative completely, because it proves one simple truth: when a product is good, people will watch it, regardless of politics. And here comes the most uncomfortable realization. Disney knows how to make billion-dollar hits. They have talented artists, they have skilled writers, they have cutting-edge technology, yet most of the time, they consciously choose failure, and Marvel is a tragedy of its own. A once cohesive cinematic universe turned into a collection of disconnected experiments. Legacy heroes were removed, new characters failed to connect, box office numbers dropped, audience interest evaporated, and now, as Zootopia 2 effortlessly knocks them to the ground, panic sets in. Suddenly, the studio starts reaching for nostalgia, old faces, old symbols, old names. This is how we end up with headlines about the return of Robert Downey Jr., this time not as Iron Man, but as Dr. Doom. According to industry insiders and multiple trade reports, his compensation package is rumored to reach tens of millions of US dollars, with some estimates going as high as $100 million. Let that sink in. A single actor, one paycheck, nearly the budget of an entire mid-scale film. This is not creative confidence. This is a panic response. Marvel is no longer building a future. They are trying to buy back the past. They are betting that nostalgia will overwrite years of creative misfires, hoping that familiar faces can distract audiences from the damage already done. But nostalgia is not a strategy, it is a temporary painkiller, and even that only works if the patient is not already in critical condition. People go to the movies to dream and to relax, not to feel guilty. If Disney continues to make films like this, they still have a chance to reclaim greatness. If not, no nostalgia and no famous names will save them. Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, leave a like. And yes, this was only the first warning.